Hey there, everyone. This is Sylah, and before I start, I just want to thank everyone for watching my previous videos. I've had a lot of feedback and comments on how to improve, and I've taken it all on board, so I hope that you guys see some improvement today. Uh, I've been playing a lot of Monk over the last couple of days. I know my original videos were about Disc Priest, but I have to admit, Monk has got me again. I used to play Monk in Dragonflight all the way through until I stopped playing it in the War Within, went back to Priest, and I think Midnight I might go back to Monk. So I wanted to talk a bit about Mistweaver. I will be honest, again, this is no script, no nothing, so I hope you guys don't mind it. But yeah, let's just kind of get into it, I guess. Mistweaver right now, especially the Fistweaver build, is feeling amazing. It does take a little bit of getting used to, especially for the difference with Invoke Chi. Because if you guys remember what it used to do, at least from my memory, is you would pop it, you would do your blackout kicks, and it would make your enveloping mist instant. Now it's just a case of it makes your enveloping mist instant anyway. But the one thing I'm really enjoying about it is as soon as you pop Chi, you're getting 4 stacks of Teaching of the Monastery, so that you can pump 2 max stack blackout kicks, one after the other, if you line it up. The tree itself has had some nice changes. Mistline, for example, is now buffed through the roof, and the amount of times that even just the heal over time of Renewing Mist has saved my group has been phenomenal. I've been having such a blast with it. The only caveat I would say, and maybe it's because the build that I made, I call it tester build. You guys might have seen this from the video that I did called I took a 0 DPS Mistweaver build into an Arakara 14 and we didn't time it. I'll be honest, I was struggling that whole time, just trying to keep some sense of mana stable. I was popping my mana tea whenever I could because the whole run was just honestly awful. And I tried to make this build kind of themed around Zen Pulse with Deep Clarity to give me more Zen Pulses. It didn't really work out the way I wanted it, but I believe that Caster Mistweaver still has a place in raids. I've yet to go try it out properly. I'll be honest, it's pre-patch. I don't really raid in pre-patch. If you raid in pre-patch, awesome. I mean, I do it just to get Vault, and even at that, the last lockout I did, I was tanking. Just for the lulz of it. But I do think that the caster build will come back into strength with Spirit Font, at least from my time on the beta playing the caster variation Serpent build, whatever you want to call it. It did feel a hell of a lot stronger. So I'm really hoping that coming to level 90, when we have our full Apex talents, we have our full hero talent selected, that caster Mistweaver will be back to a strong point. I mean, maybe it's just me being, maybe it's just me wanting things that can't happen, but I like Fistweaver, I like Caster Mistweaver. I just really hope that one day both builds will be viable and it's just a playstyle variance. You can still play Caster Mistweaver in Mythic Plus, it just doesn't feel as consistent. The one thing that you will find with Mistweaver, and I think the one thing that everybody who has played Mistweaver more than me would agree, is that Caster Mistweaver is very bursty, whereas Fistweaver is very consistent. Like, you go into a big pool with your Fistweaver, and you're pumping out, you know, a good 20, 30k heals per second on a consistent basis, you know, just by running in and smashing face with, you know, all your abilities here. Like, you're just pumping out a bunch of healing without even needing to think about it. Now, obviously, I know I'm not really doing the DPS rotation that well. I'll be real. I don't really look up guides for things. I just kind of do my own thing. I did pull this build from Icy Veins. I think I tweaked it very slightly. I'm not too sure. Mostly because I didn't want to sit and read through all the talents while my Mythic Plus team was saying, "Hey, we want to just go practice on new classes. Can you just come anyway?" And I thought, great. Okay, I want to go try Fistweaver again. Let me just pull a build. I don't want to sit for ages and make my own. But yeah, the class is feeling incredible. I'm adoring it. There are some caveats to it. There are some clear strengths. Again, like I said, Caster Mistweaver, um, even though it's my favorite style, I do think maybe if I went with this build, it might have done a bit better. Because I think losing the Russian Jade kick, or the Russian Wind kick, was a bad call on my half, but just the sheer consistency of healing with it is incredible. I mean, you're just blasting out healing itself, and then if things go wrong, you know, you've got your Yulon ready, hit everyone with an enveloping mist, and then, like, that feels great. And I do think that Caster Mistweaver is probably better when it comes to burst healing, especially over a long period of time. Like, if you have a fight, for example, I guess a good example would be the last boss of Halls of Atonement. If someone kept messing up the lines to the statues, you could do the same on Fistweaver, but I think it's a bit easier on Caster Mistweaver. You know, everyone's got Renewing Mist on, you're just popping your Russian Jade kick. You've got everyone with Enveloping Mist, and then you're spamming Shaylin's Gift as much as you can. Although, I don't know if anyone feels the same. Maybe I'm being a bit horrible here. I like the fact that we have Shaylin's Gift constantly, but it feels odd. Like, I liked Shaylin's Gift being that case of, okay, we're in our fight, we're doing our damage, oh, there's some big healing, I'm just gonna get it ready, boom, everyone's full health. Like, the fact it's now our spammable cast just feels very weird to me. I mean, maybe that's just, you know, me being a bit toxic about it, I guess. But yeah, the class is feeling great. I guess maybe quick part of rotation for anyone. I don't really like doing these as guides. I do want to make guides, but yeah, I don't think I'm that good. I mean, I'm not that good. Anyhow, but Caster Mistweaver, if you're playing it, the main deal is just Renewing Mist, get your Russian Wind kick down to spread it out. You've then got your free instant cast, or you've got your instant cast Shaylin's Gift when you want it. But other than that, it's just Soothing Mist, nice and chill, floating around. When you get Zen Pulse, you can make sure that everyone has the Renewing Mist on. You can Thunder Focus Tea it as well. Popping your Thunder Focus Tea will give you some key benefits, especially like getting a longer duration Renewing Mist. Makes it quite easy to spread. What I like to do if I'm coming into a part where I need to get Renewing Mist up as much as I can, I've got Soothing Mist channeling on the target that I'm needing to heal. I'll Renewing Mist, pop Thunder Focus Tea, then I will Rushing Wind Kick. You can go Russian Wind Kick, Shaylin's Russian Wind Kick. Then everyone will have it, and then I'm spamming Shaylin's with Soothing Mist on the target that needs it. And obviously if you pop Yulon, then Yulon's going to be spreading Enveloping Mist everywhere. For Fistweaver, it feels a little bit different in terms of the setup for it. First of all, everything is a lot more aggressive. You're doing your damage to get most of your healing out. Once Renewing Mist is up in everyone, the best way for burst healing with your Fistweaver is to get your 4 stacks of Teachers in the Monastery, Blackout Kick, Chi-Ji, Blackout Kick. And then what I would do is I would then take that second to put Renewing Mist up on my target, or Enveloping Mist, Rising Sun Kick, and then I'd be back to doing my normal Blackout Kicks. You can completely forego Enveloping Mist if you want to, but having that extra healing is great. In terms of defensives for both, Revival, fantastic, AoE heal, big heal, Dispel, amazing, amazing. You also have your Ring of Peace for your CC, you've got your Leg Sweep for stun, Paralysis. You might see me in some of my videos, I'm using Paralysis as a form of interrupt, because I don't have, or healers in general, except from Shamans, screw you Shamans, don't have an interrupt anymore, so sometimes I'm using Paralysis to do that. For the hero talents, maybe it's just my perspective, but I feel that Conduit is kind of underperforming in Mythic Plus itself. I did make a test caster build, where I was trying it out, and it seems for caster it's working a lot better, considering that it does a lot of burst healing right away. I mean, the healing and damage that it does is great, and then you also have your Celestials popping out as well. It just makes, you know, doing things a lot easier. But I would say, if you want honest opinion on it, is just stick to Master of Harmony. The consistent healing out of it, also I think there's a talent for it, I can't remember where it is, somewhere. There it is. So like when you cast a heal on yourself, it'll just start spreading to everyone else to do some extra healing. Master of Harmony feels like the way to go, but I believe for caster and raid, Conduit might be the go-to, considering that the AoE pulse healing is just really strong. But yeah, thanks for coming to my TED Talk, I guess. And I do stream mostly instead of doing videos. I've been doing more videos than streaming. I want to get back into streaming properly. I guess my next couple of videos is going to be more keys, and then I will... I'll probably do some guides as well. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.